What is up, everyone? Coffee break here, and what an ugly game it was in DC. The weather conditions were horrible in this one, and early on I thought, okay, if Redskins have any shot in this game, it'll be because of these conditions. This weather will allow them to stick around, and that it did. But I thought this was a good challenge for the Niners, who have enjoyed the good weather out here in the West Coast. But you know, the Niners had to go in and win a different way yet again. They had to win ugly, and that they did. And I know what some of you are already saying.
Coffee break. They didn't score no touchdowns. The offense was horrible. Jimmy was pedestrian. We got saved by the defense again.
And to that I say, okay, when was the last time we felt this good about a Niner team? The Harbaugh Niners didn't even go 6-0. Ever. And those teams were pretty good. Now, I'm not saying that these Niners are better than the Harbaugh Niners when they went to the Super Bowl. I'm not there quite yet. There's a long way to go before we get there. But what I am saying is that the Niners have shown you they could win in several different ways already in 6 weeks. Week 1, they were close with Tampa Bay until they pulled away at the end. Came with defensive turnovers, which kind of made that all possible. Week 2, they showed you they can blow out a very bad team that was the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 3, they showed you that they could win a close game. Jimmy showed you he could get in the end zone when it mattered most. Week 5, they showed you they are ready for primetime football with the performance they put on Monday night. Week 6, they showed you they are ready to win the division. And week 7, they showed you they can win ugly, all while shutting down the Redskins offense to 0 points. They're winning in so many ways. And yet, the scary thing is they're not 100%. They're not playing at the level that you want them to play. Of course, that's ideal, but the possibility, the ceiling, we're still yet to see it. Remember, they're missing both tackles, missing wide receivers, missing your fullback, and yet you grind it out. I couldn't be more proud of this team. The running game was not there in this one, and give the Redskins some credit on that. But you saw some plays from Bourne, Richie James, and Kittle. They all stepped up and made those critical plays. Robbie Gould was our point maker in this one. Kittle said post-game that we're good for a Robbie game at least once a year. I found that kind of funny. But he did miss a field goal. I felt it was more because of the conditions, but it is something to just keep an eye out for. It's been a trend for sure. Jimmy was 12 for 21 in pass attempts. He threw for 151 yards and an interception. Not his best game, but he got the job done. He did use his legs early, got him some rushing yards. I just wish that he used it more. And I know that he's trying to build some confidence in that knee, and you sometimes feel it when he's not putting his lower body on some throws. Like some of the throws are just really short, but he has ways to go, and I feel like if he wants to take it to the next level, he will have to use his legs and extend the play, but he's not there yet with his legs. I feel like he's still trying to get through that mental hurdle. And until that happens, some of the throws will suffer. So just pointing that out there, I think that's just the next level for him, but that's probably a next year thing. But like I said, conditions were terrible in this one, and anyone who scored first, I felt, was basically calling game because no team was really moving the football. The defense, though, once again showed up. Julian Taylor with a big 4th down stop. He even had a fumble recovery. Really just put his fingerprints in this one. The defense again with another 4th down stop. You love to see him. Just huge momentum shifters, and the Niners have been able to benefit from that. Taylor was active this week after the Niners ruled out DJ Jones with an injury. I think he was really good, and this defensive line is super deep. If not, you'd see Julian Taylor be active every game, but just to give you perspective, he's like our 9th guy on the bench. He's usually inactive, and for him to come out, not even from the bench, but from the dressing room and perform the way that he did, it just, again, shows you how deep this defensive line is. Thomas with a couple of penalties that just have you boiling sometimes. Like, Thomas can do one good thing, but then he does 3 terrible things like rookie mistakes, which kind of sucks because this is your 3rd year now, and We can't be making those same mistakes like encroachment where you're lined up right across the football. Like that can't happen. So I feel like Thomas is good for one of those a game too. But the player of the game, in my opinion, was Nick Bosa. The guy is showing every week why he was a second pick of the 2019 NFL draft. Nick Bosa had 5 solo tackles, 7 altogether, 4 tackles for losses. He had 1 sack to seal the game at the end and also a quarterback hit. I mean, the guy had the most tackles on defense. Good luck trying to run the ball on that side. He is a really good tackler. Keeps contained very well. I mean, he's not just an edge rusher. He's an all-around football player. Yet another reason why I love this pick more and more. He's showing it every week. The now famous slide to end the game says a lot too. I mean, felt like the entire team went for a slip and slide. That was fun to watch. I mean, this was not the flashy win that you'd love to see. You'd love the Niners to go in DC and blow them out. I feel like the weather played a major factor in that. If not, this would have been easily a 14 to 21 point skunk. But a win's a win. At the end of the day, a win's a win. But I'm done talking, guys. I'd love to hear from you. What did you think about this ugly victory out in DC? Go ahead and drop a comment below. The Niners are 6-0. How good does that feel, man? That's a great feeling. And you add the element that Seattle lost at home against the Ravens. I mean, the Niners are now 2 games up on the division, and it's exciting times out in Santa Clara. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.